Hello. Welcome, welcome. Hello. It's nice to hear from you. Uh yeah, I am a big fan of Darren Korb's music. I have yet to listen to the Hades soundtrack back to back with everything. I've heard it occasionally, but I haven't played the game yet. I've been waiting to dedicate some time to it, and I have it. Um, but I'm not quite there yet. But yeah, I do really love his style of music. I haven't forgotten about Devil Daggers or anything. It is on my wish list. So is Hyperdemon, but I have a lot of other stuff I want to get through first. And somehow my brain is like, you know what? Let's play Peggle again, except on stream this time because you've never done that. That's where I'm at. Hold on, I gotta enable my Unity screen, which is just the regular screen capture. Surprised you. We met like a week ago. Yeah, how's it going, Captain Bozo? Welcome. Don't know what brings. Yeah, well, I guess Peggle. Yes. I was gonna say I don't know what brings you around here, but welcome. I do recognize at least the first username. Hiya, hiya. Because we met at a mixer last week. Time feels like an imaginary concept, if I'm being honest. What am I doing? I'm not playing adventure. I've already done that. We're trying to 100% the game. Feels like ages ago. Yeah, it was literally like a week ago, and nothing means anything. Oh, damn, from Marks? Oh, cool. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, I'm on a stream team with Mark. I don't talk about it all that much unless it comes up, but I sometimes do like funny collabs and stuff. He's cool. All the Sabas. Anyway, yeah, I'm trying to 100% this game because I've never done that. I always like get bored and give up or something, so I figure doing it on stream is a way to like make it funny. I gotta like get in the groove. Give me that. Give it to me. Yes. Yes, dude. Well, that's upsetting. I can do better than that. I love it when you get the double and you get to hear the awesome sound. All achievements. I don't actually think this game has achievements. It's old enough, and I believe it's just a port to Steam, because I think when it was made, Steam was pretty new. Um, Achievements weren't like a standardized thing, and I'm not even totally sure when Steam achievements were added to that client, so it just doesn't have them. I think the Xbox version might. Uh, it feels ancient in some ways, but apparently it was only 2007, which, like, I mean, like, that's kind of like saying Mario Galaxy is ancient. Although I think that might have been 2009, but still. Um, and yeah, that is like a decade and a half ago, but I can keep pretending it isn't and feel better about myself. Damn, I hate it when it does that. Pretend with me. Awesome. We can be delusional together. That's what we do on this stream. That's the type of content I live for. Oh shit. Oh my god, Bezos bucks for real? On God? I can afford half a coffee? Thank you. Like genuinely thank you though. Man, I just got a job recently after being stuck in Top level plays from yours truly. I just got a job recently after being stuck in like masters where I couldn't do that for a long time, and it's nice to like actually be able to afford shit. But there was a point where like a single sub on Twitch was like I needed that to pay my grocery bills. And so I still kind of am in that starving artist mindset a little bit, which, you know, it's good to be frugal, but makes me a little anxious. I was like starving myself halfway through the year so that I could actually like pay for rent. Um, right, I can't weenie out. There's no reset button. Wow, that was garbage. Okay, we're shooting over here. I like didn't even see it go over there. Oh, are you kidding me? That's lame. Lame-o. All right, we're spooking for real this time. I'm still. I will lament this every time I play this game, but I'm still genuinely upset that Bookworm Adventures has not been added back to Steam. And I don't know why it was ever removed, quite honestly. Like, actually, one of the biggest inspirations for me to start, like, in the field that I'm in. Not just game dev, but, like, game-based learning stuff. One of my favorite PopCap games. Cool. Give me the double. I love this. It make my brain do the funny. Wow, that just didn't help me at all. That was so intentional. Yep, for sure. 100%. That was completely by accident. It's all part of my master plan. You need to have highs and lows in the streaming experience in order to entertain. There needs to be stakes. There needs to be suspense. I can't just win all the time. That was smart. Meow, meow, meow. That's good. Very nice. This level's just rough for literally like there just isn't a good what? Okay. I don't know why it was letting me do that. No, I got forced out. Damn. Yes. 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 Oh my god, I was just gifted that. Have you played Peggle? Not yet, but I've been wanting to. I have not had the opportunity. That's unfortunate. Oh, I did it again. I already know how that one bounces. Yeah, I think I saw Foxen play a bit of it, and then I never actually looked into it, but it looked quite great. Real? Super Slide? No, so close to the triple. Still, that's pretty good. This piano fills me with an indescribable joy. Please? Yes, dude. No. Pain. Life's not fair. That's how it be on this bitch of an earth. Yeah, I'm used to it by this point. The game likes to be very cruel and unforgiving sometimes. And then other times I just get a completely undeserved win. Sometimes you're at the mercy of the pegging gods. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. How? That's just disappointing. And that's undeserved. This is what I mean. The game giveth, the game taketh awayeth. Yes. Very good. Yes. Undeserved. Now, I don't really see what good this will do for me. And the answer is it didn't. Yes? No? Wah wah. Do I want to use a different power? Do I think that'll even matter? Do I want to be a hatter? I take the role of a silly clown. So close. Dude, that hole is leaving a hole in my heart. Very good. No. I keep getting so close to a free ball, and then I don't get anything. Yeah, I need to be careful at this point. I say, and then immediately spurn a ball. And then I immediately do the thing I was trying not to do, which is just win in a way that doesn't benefit me. I guess I needed a bit of a dopamine hit. That'll wake me up. Oh, you love to see that. Oh, you really love to see that. Okay, that one was weird. Just at the whim of the Peggle gods, really. Truly. Completely undeserved. Okay, I was a little afraid that I was gonna waste it. Do not. Okay. It is all but guaranteed. Let's go. Let's see if this one's free. Well, not if I do that. Then it's not free. Well, I mean... Smart idea, buddy. You do love to see it. It's time. See, I could feel it in my heart. The super slide was there. Oh. I think this one's free. I hate to say it. I think it's free. Well, I don't hate to say it, actually. I love to say it. I love it when that's true. Earning things through skill? No. Earning them through RNG manipulation. I just had the right seed, guys. You don't get it. Okay, I may have actually... I may be throwing. This is a little bit embarrassing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I should have thought about that. The fact that it would go over there instead of the place I wanted it to go. Yep, should have just realized that. My brain thought about it and been like, yep, that's the way. That's where it's going. I like this eye. It's cool. Uh-oh. No, that's cringe. Send me in, coach. Let's go. Okay. Yep. Yep, absolutely. That's... Yep. For sure. Like, I know how to play the game, right? Don't presume that I don't. Please. This game knows how to play with my heart. Wow. Look at that. That sucks. That rocks, actually. No, oh, fuck. I wasn't being nice enough to the basket. Look, flattery will only get you nowhere if you're not good enough at it. You're good at it. That's a matter of opinion. Wait, this is a trick to make me think that you're good at flattery. Well, I'm not falling for it. Oh. 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 What the hell was that shot? Easy. Ultra Extreme Peggle! It's so good. I love this game. It makes my neurons fire. And as someone with ADHD, I really need them to do that from time to time. Ultra Extreme Fear. Yeah, I mean, PopCap was the shit. There's no way around it. Yes? No? I've been cheated? Oh, yeah. I do wonder where things started to go south for PopCap. I feel like so much of their company history is under wraps because of their acquisition by EA. Who I do blame for whatever happened with Bookworm Adventures. Even if they weren't involved, I feel like as the company that like actually owns PopCap, it would be really great for any ability for PopCap to tell us what happened. I mean, for all I know, there was developmental issues with PopCap. I don't know anything about their studio, and as much as I'd like to project that it was a happy dev environment, I can't. Like, I just don't know anything. Oh. I that was really their long-term plan. It wasn't Bejeweled, it was Peggle. Was mostly around for candy advertising. Cream Saver. Really? I didn't know that. Cuz like they didn't make Candy Crush. I mean the people that made Candy Crush, King stole it from someone. Like I've read about this online. Like there was literally a prototype for Candy Crush that, I mean, first of all, it's just Bejeweled. First, like it's just a match 3, but like the actual like theme and aesthetics were stolen from a small indie game that was produced just before the game came out, as far as I know. No, no, no. I didn't mean to say that you thought they did, but that was where my brain went. Yeah, I do hate King. They're an absolutely vile company when it comes to like exploitative behavior. Like as much as I joke about this game making my neurons fire, it does. In a way that is very intentional from a design perspective. The sound effects and the visuals are designed in a very specific way to get people to have positive effect associated with the game. And in turn, if they are, suffering from depression or something like that, that gives them a dopamine deficiency, or, say ADHD, which is heavily structured around dopamine deficiencies and addictive personalities, you end up with games that are designed to be addictive. And PopCap, I think, towed the line between being too addictive and manipulative, or rather, like, just addictive enough and manipulative. And then you get games like Candy Crush that monetize that. Yeah. I don't think PopCap did that, as far as I know. But King is a company that has done a lot of that. And it's just really frustrating to hear about that kind of stuff because it's so frequent and so hard to like bring up. Like the amount of money that King has from all of the unethical shit they did. Well, yeah, exactly. And that's where I think it's fine. Like to an extent at least, right? You buy the game, you have the game. The dev no longer has financial incentive to manipulate you. Right? Like that's my issue with this live service shit. Because you are constantly giving them money, they have incentive to manipulate you to get you to be addicted to their product to pay them more money. If it is a single time purchase, that incentive is virtually nothing. You simply pay them, you play the game, you like it, and then you wait for another game to come out. It's really sad. And I get that there's other reasons for games as a service. I'm not trying to paint this as one-sided or anything, but like from a financial perspective, there's essentially zero reason to not pursue that. Like to not literally hire designers that are psychoanalysts, or not even hire designers, hire literally psychoanalysts, hire marketers, hire people that don't give a shit about the game but know how to make a product that will basically brainwash people. Like what makes, you're not immune to propaganda. What makes games different from other media, right? What makes games different from, say, like drug dealers? I mean, yeah, like what makes games different from movies in that regard? What makes games different from anything else? they are designed with as many techniques, and you use more of yourself to invest in it, right? It's a physical embodied experience that you are interacting with. Sorry, for those unaware, I am in a master's program. I do study games as a profession. So this isn't just shit I'm making up. Like, actually, I want to show off my books again. I want to, not the ones, I haven't written any books, but I want to show off the cool books I bought recently. There, yep. And they're filled with all sorts of cool shit. Like, if I turn to a random page, like, this is like actual peer-reviewed studies and stuff. I need to dig into these books. I've been dying to for a long time. I just haven't had the opportunity yet. Yeah, you're constantly projecting into them. You're constantly getting feedback from them. I love video games. I love interactive media. But holy shit, is it so easy to use and abuse your platform, because people just don't understand how much potential it has. People are so used to shelving play as this like extrinsic nothing, despite it being integral to basically everything in life, that they just refuse to put in the time to understand the true potential of the medium. And then you get some opportunists that do understand and use that power for evil. It's a fucking scary world out there. It is. It's not even just our social skills. It's how we to play with your thoughts, right? To play with your idea of what something is to imagine, to predict, to understand reality. Apprenticeships are a form of play. Like, workshops are a form of play. Because the boundary between play and like interactive study it's meaningless. It's not like there's a line. It's that making that distinction is meaningless. Why don't we start enjoying those things? What was it? Ludus or ludum or whatever it was. The root of the word for play originally both meant, I believe, school and play, or something along those lines. It was I think Greek or Latin or something, where it was the same thing. You went to school as a philosopher to play around with your idea of what the universe could be, of what reality could be. Games still toy around with that, but within these little boxes they've designed. And you don't see that the way that, play should be. The way that everything should be, the way we should be perceiving reality, is rather that we shouldn't have a mode of needing to perceive it. We should be able to conceive of all of these different things and have the freedom to think about them and come to our own conclusions. But we're not given that. We're told that play is not allowed. Rigidity, repetition is what we need to do to remember things, to ingrain them in ourselves, rather than actually getting to experience what makes those things meaningful and decide for ourselves what lengths they can go to. I'm rambling a little bit, but keep in mind that philosophy used to just be science. There was no distinction between the two. There was a point where, in ancient times, you had your idea of what it meant to be human, and that was your ethos. That ruled your life. In the time of Greeks and Romans in the ancient days, your ethos was basically reality, because they didn't know enough about anything. So philosophers were scientists. Yes, actually. And there's a lot of problems with edutainment games. I'll say that. There are a significant amount because they're not designed super well overall for teaching. But you did understand that there was a reason to have them embodied in that system. Like, math is great for video games because of RPGs, because you need to calculate stats and calculate how to, like, level up and allocate things. Like, there's plenty of ways to make it relevant. You don't need to stomp, I always say this, but you don't need to stomp on a Goomba and, like, what was it? You don't need to solve a math equation to stomp on a Goomba. You just do it. Technically, there's the concept of a parabola is involved in your jump, but you just do that. But you can learn other things through games like Mario Brothers. I can't count the amount of things I've learned through watching Mario Maker videos about game design, about psychology, honestly, player psychology. You know, it's interesting to me. I watched a lot of Simple Flips over my undergrad, and it's interesting that he came from this, like, you know, background speedrunning ROM hacks, and then kind of moved into, like, Mario Maker territory, and spends a lot of time talking about the psychology behind it, but, like, in a joking way. It's like part of the bit, but it's legit is the thing. And he runs ROM hacking competitions for Mario 64 and all this kind of shit. Like, he knows what he's doing, and he does it in a way that feels fun and digestible. Like, it is a form of play. Like, he is poking at people to play with their idea of what these stages can be, without ever, you know, it's not meant to be a lesson. He's not meant to be teaching you, but he does, and I have mad respect for him because of that. Hand-eye coordination is pretty intense due to platformers. Yeah, exactly. I don't think I would have been nearly as good at that kind of stuff if I didn't have some, you know, form of visualization. Like, I currently work for a VR studio making training sims for service workers and stuff. I mean, we haven't been doing a lot lately because we're doing an internal jam this week, but like, generally I'm helping recently work on, like, really important stuff to, like, help people do their job and understand it in a way that isn't just sit here and read a book. Like, these are people that are, like, firefighters and whatever else that, like, they don't give a shit about this rote learning stuff. Yeah, I do think I know what you're talking about with the thing that Simple said. It's been a long time. A couple years ago I binged, like, basically every single ROM hack VOD on his channel, and it's not like there's more of them generally that are coming out. So would have loved to pursue educate. Yeah. I have to reread it as I'm talking about it. Yeah, I mean, I forget what Mark was in. I think he was in education, or like psych or social work or something. Like, I feel like that background lends itself very, very well to exploring a very unique and vulnerable part of the human psyche in regards to play. You had a lot of people growing up with games and play and just finding wonder in it and in the self-expression of it, and wanting to turn that into a difference they could make in, like, the education system. And maybe their life took a different path, like it did with Simples or with Mark's. That doesn't mean that they stopped having that passion in life. I know Mark still has that passion because I was talking with him about it today. There was a discussion in Foxen's server that was not a super great discussion due to some shit that happened. But, you know, Mark brought up that he still likes to, you know, give people a chance to learn. And he's brought up a number of times that that's, like, he is more for helping people change than he is for just kind of giving up and trying to live on your own. That said, there are, you know, circumstances where the emotional burden is too big, where, like, you need to be able to kind of step back and say, I've given this person enough chances. But I think that's entirely valid as well. Mark, oh yeah, no, I have a ton of respect for Mark and Simple and Foxen and all those guys. Like, I talk a lot with the people in Sob Squad, bar Simple, because Simple doesn't really interact with Mark's stream team that much, other than through other circles that he knows most of them in, which is why I've not really had many direct interactions with Simple, despite knowing Mark and Foxen pretty well. And like they're not like a package. They don't like come together, and that's good because I felt weird about it at first. But like, be nice to know them on my own terms. I forget what the point of me saying this was. Oh, right. The people in Sob Squad, really, really genuinely amazing people. They all care a lot about their communities. They all care a lot about what they're trying to do with their communities, which is usually like make a change. No one is, but like the issue that Simple's friends run into a lot is that people like kind of expect them to be a bit of a messenger boy. Like I don't quite know how to describe it, but it's like think about how many people watch Simple's content and interact with him like through being a viewer compared to say Foxen or Mark or Hark or Matt and Nolan or Vic. Early on when I was in Sob, I wanted to send Simple a letter. It was exhausting for them, and so it pisses them off. But like they're used to it in a way, and they don't like that, which I get. Point being, when I was early on in Sob, I actually wanted to send Simple like a Christmas letter, because it was through his content that I found everyone else's, and I wanted to thank him for introducing me to a group of really wonderful people. And I ended up sending him that letter, but the first thing I did was ask Mark if he would send it to Simple, because I was just kind of daunted by, like, the concept of just sending him a cold DM. Like, sending Simple a cold DM. And Mark was basically like, why don't you just DM Simple? Like, he'll probably like that. And so I did, and Simple responded, and he was really good about it. No, I don't get intimidated by how popular people are. I get intimidated in the sense that, like, I feel like everyone kind of grows up feeling like they, everyone is in a way better than them, or like has better things to do. And that goes doubly so when it's someone who has a huge community and is constantly busy making videos and interacting with people. Why should I feel special when I'm one of like hundreds of thousands of people that wants to potentially talk to him? And so I didn't want to, despite, knowing Foxen and knowing Mark, I'm sure he has to deal with a decent amount of them. Like, that's what I'm saying. But I didn't know that. I didn't know whether that was true or not. I just assumed that, And that was probably a mistake. Because there was no harm in actually DMing him. But I was in my own head about it, Like, the worst that happens is, like, he just doesn't respond. But I just couldn't wrap my head around that at the time. And so it got to the point where Mark was just kind of annoyed because he gets that a lot from people. And he wasn't like mad at me. It just rubs him the wrong way. And I can understand why. So, yeah, I ended up getting a response back from Simple on the Christmas letter. And he said I was really good for doing that. And I do occasionally talk to him anonymously, because I'm in his RuneScape clan chat, and every now and then he'll pop his head in there. Well, actually, pretty frequently recently. He's been playing a lot of RuneScape, and he'll usually talk about what's going on. He'll talk about his weight loss, which has been going really well. Like, he's been on a diet for quite a while, and he's really happy with how it's going and stuff like that. But like, he and I don't, despite how adjacent our general communities and friend groups are, we don't really know each other. I actually didn't mention this to basically anyone, but I DM'd him last week after their last TTT stream, and I mentioned that I would be interested in like getting to know him during a game of TTT or something, because I already talked to like 80% of the people that are in those games and play stuff with all of them. And he didn't respond to that. So there could be any number of reasons for that. I really am not too concerned. I'm not like I was before. He's a busy guy. He's got shit going on. And even if he chose not to respond to my DM because he just didn't want to deal with having to say no, that's completely fine. I don't think he has any hard feelings towards me. Not like legitimately. I have the good old invasive thoughts about it, but like I'm sure it's just whatever. Um Point being, I'm sure if, you know, one day I'll probably get to know him, considering like that I'm, friends with Mark and Foxen and stuff. I'm sure I'll probably run into him at like a TwitchCon or something eventually. But like it'll happen if it happens. I don't know how I got on this topic. It it really is. I just happened to be in Mark and Foxen's communities because I found them through Simple and realized that I didn't like being in Simple's Twitch chat. Not because the community wasn't welcoming or anything, but because there was 1,000 people there and I couldn't just talk to other humans and I couldn't talk to the streamer. Whereas I go to Mark or Foxen's chat and they'll say hi and they'll ask how I'm doing and we'll have a conversation. Like we're doing here, like you and I are doing here. It's part of what really inspires me to stream is this kind of shit. I think I don't know if I'd like streaming the same way if I had 1,000 viewers. It would be a different kind of thing entirely. No, I'm perfectly happy to be a smaller streamer. Maybe not quite, a one viewer streamer, but I'm happy to not have things be going a mile a minute. Yeah. So, point being, I was in those communities for a while, and they have self-promo channels, and I was, self-advertising there, but I was also engaging a lot in their Discords, and, when people would be like, going into the vent chats or whatever, I'd be talking to them. And it wasn't because I wanted anything to come of it. I just do that reflexively in communities I care about. Because I've been through a lot of shit. And I like to empathize. Maybe a little too much sometimes. But like, out of the blue, right before my birthday, I think a year and a half ago, I got a DM from Mark. I don't know if I'd ever got a DM from him before then. And he was like, hey, I'm looking for people that like really give a shit about what they're doing. And I was wondering if you'd want to join Sob Squad. And I was like, okay. And that was it. Come on. Damn. Yeah, I consider myself very lucky to have found my way into those communities and to have, in some ways I don't feel lucky because I feel like, I put in work and it paid off, but I also didn't like join those communities with the intent of like weaseling my way in anywhere. I just kind of wanted to find people that, thought and enjoyed things the same way I did. Oh, I love having these kind of conversations. Um, I am a very heartfelt person. Um, not every stream will be like this, but usually if people get me going, then I love talking about stuff like this because it's important shit and it's nice. Yeah, I normally play things a little more involved than Peggle. Not too much more involved, but I've just kind of been trying to figure out what I want to do over time with just my life being a bit hectic right now. I'd have to mask up. Yeah, I totally get you. I just have an issue where sometimes I'm too much, or I feel like I have that issue a lot. Where like I'm just almost too open about things. But yeah, like I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think what I've realized, well, yeah, That's the thing, though. I've had people say that, but only after I've known them for a long time and they've kind of reached a breaking point. Like, but that's stuff that's happened my whole life. And what I've realized is that I will, thank you, by the way, I will eventually meet people and have met people that understand. It doesn't mean I don't have to work on it, but they understand where I'm coming from and they're willing to work with me. And in turn, I'm willing to kind of work with them on whatever they're worried about. You know, we're all kind of living in this world. We're all trying to figure shit out. We're not going to be perfect. As long as we're trying our best and we genuinely care about the people around us, it's pretty hard to fuck that up when you find people you can trust that way. That's how I feel about a lot of Foxen's community. They're really good friends, and I've never met most of them in person. Actually, I don't know if I've met anyone in Foxen's community in person, but I want to someday. He's really chill. I'm trying to describe, like, think about how to describe his content in relation to, like, Mark's. He does a little bit more overall indie variety, whereas Mark likes more, like, Nintendo stuff. Oh my god, is this just gonna be 5 million points? What the fuck have I done? Infinite ball. Wait, am I just soft locked, though? Yeah, he does more, like, overall indie stuff. He's really chill. I genuinely think that it's, like, forever fucked, though. Oh no, okay, there we go. That was actually amazing. Holy shit. um, yeah, it's hard to say. He's a good guy. He's good to just kind of, like, have his stream open and chill and see what happens. Yeah, I've run a few Hollow Knight randos with Foxen as well. Those were fun. Been a while though. I think we both kind of just lost interest in doing it because we did so many. For real? On God? Just like that? Oh, okay. Look at my head in some time. Mark, Sables, and Derpas, and you. Aw, that's very nice. That's very sweet of you. Yeah, it's rough to find a place that you're actually comfortable on Twitch. A lot of people just aren't. There's a lot of streamers out there who just aren't, like, paying attention or, like, just aren't comfortable having those kinds of conversations. The former of which they're just streaming to turn the brain off, and that's fine. And the latter of which they just don't want to engage with it, and that's fine too. But I very much am here to have that. That's why I like being here, to be human around other humans across the globe, potentially. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it definitely can, and that's something I've had to, I've had to worry about a bit with, like, parasocial shit with some of my viewers, who most of whom are working and stuff. Summer schedule's rough. I actually have more people here. It is. And here's the thing though. In some cases, especially with smaller streamers, I mean, first of all, don't think about it too hard in general. But with smaller streamers, really don't think about it too hard, and maybe it is something, right? There's people that I met randomly that just came into my stream when I was new. And I've now been talking to them for years. And I do consider them friends, but it just happened. We didn't, like, think about it. It's a thing that occurred. That's the same thing with Mark and Foxen, right? Like, I was their viewer. I am still their viewer. But I believe we both consider each other friends. I just haven't, like, thought hard about it. And I think the thing with me is that I don't consider... How do I put it? I don't consider other people friends the same way they consider me friends. Everyone has their own metric for it. As much as it's nice for it to be a mutual thing, that's an understanding you need to come to with each individual person. Because that title only has as much meaning as you give it. I consider myself to be friends with Mark and Foxen. I get that there's a social connotation behind saying that maybe implies that I know them somewhat well, but all that really means to me is that we talk pretty frequently and we get along really well and we do, we play games together and we have a good time. Like, I don't know if, I wouldn't say they're close friends of mine. I definitely don't think they'd call me close friends of theirs, but I do believe we're friends. Yeah, yeah. Not that I'm saying you are with me. We just met, but like, none of my business. Oh, me with them. No, I'm just describing it more for myself than anything. Sorry if I sound like I'm trying to correct you. I don't think you think that. I just genuinely sound concerned about most things at any given time. I care a lot. That doesn't mean that I think you've done something wrong. True, that the delay does not help. Yeah, I have to have the delay or else my stream does not have a good time. Wow, I suck today. I mean, I suck this time. Oh. Oh. Wow. Look at that. Nothing. The game like lagged there for a sec. I'll feel chastised anyway. You having a great time? Rad. Meow meow. Yes? No. Oh. Damn. Dude, I keep doing it. There we go. It's like the first time I've gotten into one of those. I did it twice. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Dude, I'm sucking big butt. How's it going? It's going alright, Orca. How you doing? Yeah, these rings are getting me. I think the issue is, like, they're launching me along the sides of the stage, and because I keep clearing all of that out, I'm just, like, not getting anywhere. Wow. Garbage. I think the trick is just that I need to, like, actually clear, like, focus on clearing these rings early. Oh, hey, New Crown. How's it going? How y'all doing tonight? I found a new friend. Their name, Bozo. And that streamer, Albert Einstein. Damn it. No, I need more than just those 2 pegs. Stop it. Stop posting cringe. Damn it. Alright, yeah. I need a different strategy here. I don't think this guy's cutting it. It's time for Spain! Don't you dare give me flower power. Good. Rabbit. It is time for him. Speaking of Rabbit, I've been playing Mario and Mario plus Rabbids recently. The one that's actually good. Well, I say that they're both decent, but Sparks of Hope. It's pretty good. Like, better than it has any right to be is the best way I can describe that game. The Rabbids are still, like, pretty cringe, but they're significantly better. They have, like, actual personalities and shit in the second one. But regardless of all that, right? Because all I ever get is, ugh, you're playing the Rabbids game. It's garbage. It's like, no, it's good in spite of that. What am I saying? The, gameplay is phenomenal. It is possibly the best tactical RPG. Strategy games as much. I don't think, unless you like strategy games, I don't think you will like the first game. I don't think anyone will. For a strategy game, in general, it's rough around the edges. It's pretty okay. The second one is one of the best tactical RPGs I've ever played. It is such a vastly, vastly different game from the first one. Instead of having, like, shitty open world roaming that doesn't actually have anything in it, it has actual open worlds that are, like, genuine levels that you can walk around in and explore. The game looks gorgeous. It has side quests. It has purchasable items from shops. It has, like NPCs and characters and a plot that isn't just Bowser Jr. kidnapped, like, a cringe little nene baby. And it has more characters, and it has better balancing. It has, instead of grid-based movement, you just have free movement within a radius, which is cool as hell. Like, it has the like, rabid cringe or whatever, but it is such a well-made tactical RPG that I recommend it to people that just like video games. Like, not people that like tactical games. Like, that's, to me, that's a sign of a good Nintendo game, right? It's that you recommend it to people that like video games, not people that like a specific genre of game. That's how you know that it is a top quality Nintendo game. And it's by Ubisoft. Yeah, no, I would genuinely say it is one of my favorite games of last year. Or this year. I don't even remember when it came out. I wouldn't say it's, like, amazing, but I'd say it's better than it has any right to be, and if you own the game, I highly recommend playing it. If you don't own the game, I'd say, unless you really like tactical games, pick it up on sale. But it is worth your money and your time. And, like, I didn't actually buy the game. I bought the first one. My roommate bought it, and I watched him play it. And I was still inclined to play it after watching him play the whole game. And, like, that's another mark of a good game, right? If you can't if you feel like you want to play it after watching someone play it, and you don't just feel like you've gotten everything from it, right? That's the sign of a good game, when it's not just motivated by plot. So otherwise, it's just a movie. Yeah, you know, I didn't actually do that. I can do that. What time is it? It's 10 p.m. You know, maybe I should. Do you guys want me to switch to doing that? Because I have watched the direct, kind of. I've watched like 60% of it. I did not give my thoughts on everything. I didn't see the beginning, so I didn't actually see the really big RPG announcement, even though I know what it is. I have a lot of complex feelings towards the direction Nintendo is taking stuff. Yeah, I'll do that. After this run, I will do that. Let's see if I can't clutch out one last hundo. Things are not looking great. Actually, that was extra ball. That wasn't multi-ball. We're good. Oh god. Actually, Super Guide wouldn't be horrible. Yeah, there's just so much great shit to talk about in the direct. I will pause it pretty frequently because it's not like it's the live stream. Meaning I can just talk about stuff and I don't have to like wait. Yeah, I do wish I'd recorded my reaction though, because I was actually fucking pogging this morning. Yeah, you know you're eating good when Nintendo's got like a direct now. I think they may have realized that a lot of their previous directs recently have been kind of shit. But it was COVID dev time, and now they seem to be back on regular dev time, and they're making stuff that's actually good. Well, not that they didn't make anything good, but that was a lot harder to. Garbage. Okay. All right. So yeah, we will watch the direct again. I'm going to briefly stop and start recording just so that I can split them.